I have way too many controllers. From the cheapest to cheap, the BSPD3, to one of the most expensive mobile gaming controllers to date. Today, I'm going to let you guys know if I have a favorite and why. So let's jump in and find this out. Now, all of these controllers, gamers, have a lot in common, whether it be they play games, and that's about it. They all play games the way you want it to, but everybody has their own choice in the matter when it comes to playing games in a vertical fashion. Kind of like the Game Boy, the Hyperkin might be the one that you want, and it has a little expansion to actually fit your phone if it's really big. Whether it's a controller that kind of looks like an Xbox 360 controller with a little attachment to put your phone in, and has Hall stick triggers, kind of, I guess, regular joysticks, not too mushy mashy of buttons. It's literally a controller that's like an Xbox 360 controller, but to put your phone in. Or we have the rectangular, flat back, slide out, awesome ergonomics for your USB-C type of adapter with kind of smaller joysticks and clicky buttons. The Game Seer X2 might be the one for you. To the cheapest, BSPD3. Some people say they spent $10. I spent $30. Some people say they had issues. I also had issues. As you can see, I had to carve out the plastic on the joystick on the left. This controller has amazed me. Despite its price and its cheapness, it does what it needs to. And it's Bluetooth. The backbone. I did a video about this. Go check it out. I don't really think it's worth it. But it's a USB-C style controller. If you've never owned anything like this before, maybe you like it. But it's cheap. It's expensive, but it's cheap. Go watch that video. Find out what I mean. The Razer Kishi V2. Kind of looks like the backbone, right? But it's still about the same price. I think it was like $20 cheaper because I got it on sale. Otherwise, I think it's $129.99 plus tax and shipping in Canada. I think it was only that for Amazon. And it does what it needs to. It's very sturdy. The plastic doesn't feel too cheap. And it's got extra buttons on the top for your M1 and M2. Has the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con kind of style controls. Clicky buttons, but not very ergonomically friendly when it comes to sliding in your phone. Now, I think this controller right here, not because I'm giving it away, but because it's actually really nice. Despite the fact that it kind of looks like the BSPD3 when it comes to this part of it. Despite the fact that I still do need to take my phone out of its case for it to actually work, as everything falls in the background there. Despite the fact that it does have kind of Joy-Con style joysticks, or whatever you want to call these, they can be upgraded. And clicky back buttons. That is whatever in my case. I would like to upgrade this, or see an upgraded version of this. This controller has honestly been my favorite when it comes to mobile gaming controllers. That being said, it is Bluetooth. Some people say, what about Bluetooth lag? I have yet to actually experience any Bluetooth lag. I've played PlayStation 2 with this, GameCube, Nintendo 3DS, and never experienced any button lag or any button issues or anything like that. So I don't know if I'm missing something. Maybe it's button lag in regards to playing games that aren't natively allowed to play Bluetooth or button key mapping games, but that is just my experience with this thing. It was only a $30 controller. I got it on sale, and it's a nice little controller. Is it my favorite? Still not my favorite. It's my go-to. I don't really have a favorite because none of these companies have designed the perfect controller, in my opinion. If I had the means to do that, I would by now. But I don't. Maybe I'll modify this thing and kind of give somebody or one of these companies an idea what I think should be done to this. Otherwise, this controller is probably the nicest controller that you can get before the end of 2023. And it's cheap. It's not as cheap as the BSP, but it's cheap enough. Have a nice day. Go game. See you next time.